Today's date, January 1st, 2024. Yesterday was New Year's Eve. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
January 1st. Oh, wait, what?
January 1st is today.
That's today. Yesterday, December 31st, 2023.
23.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
How was your New Year's?
It's fun. We went to the movies today.
Yeah, that was a good time, right?
Yeah, that was really fun. The movie was hecka funny.
Was that unexpected?
Yeah, I was not expecting that. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, that was nice. Nana called and said, bring me your kid, the little one, and you guys go out and have a good time.
Yeah, that was fun. I had a really good time.
We haven't got to do anything like that in a long time, and I'll be honest with you, babe, I feel bad.
Why?
I feel guilty because we used to do a lot more.
Yeah.
We used to go out and do a lot of different things because we could, do whatever we wanted whenever we could.
But why do you feel guilty though now?
Because I feel like we haven't got to do a lot of things since your sister arrived.
But why do you feel guilty?
Because I don't want...
understand.
How do I even explain it? Well, I feel guilty because I feel like those are things that we used to do and we just don't do it anymore. And I guess I feel bad for it. You still don't understand?
Not really. Like, I don't understand why you feel guilty.
I don't know. You don't miss those things?
I do. I do miss them. I do miss them a lot.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want you to think that just because your sister arrived that all that stuff stops.
Yeah. I know it's not for sure. Like, when she's older, we're definitely able to do that stuff.
When she's older, yeah.
But now we really can't, huh? Like, we can't travel.
We will. We're going to.
At least my school trips don't have to involve Penny.
Oh, that, she's going to hear this one day.
Well, I don't mean it in a messed up way, but like,
It's not going to. See, and that's what I don't want it to make it sound like she's holding anything back.
Yeah, I don't want to say it in a mean way.
It's very complicated.
Or maybe we're just not ready yet.
Maybe we're just not ready. It's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. I know. I don't take care of her, but I know it's hard for you guys.
Well, you do take care of her when we ask you to help. I'm not going to let you not give yourself credit where it's due. But it's difficult, and I do feel bad. I don't think I've ever shared that with you, have I?
About how being guilty?
Yeah, about feeling guilty about it.
No, you haven't. Really.
Yeah. So your mama and I, we understand that things have changed.
Yeah.
We do. We realize that we haven't gone out as much as we used to. We went to the movies today. The last time we went to the movies was 6 months ago. Right? Because that's when Penny was born.
Yeah.
So the day before my wife went into labor, it was an induced labor. Her last day, we went out to Old Sacramento together. We ate. We had ice cream. We went to the movie theaters.
That was so fun.
That was fun. We watched the guy get arrested.
Oh, yeah.
Remember
that
that?
was funny.
Downtown Sacramento, we watched the guy get...
And I was scared, but I was laughing at the same time.
Yeah, this guy was like talking so brave. Oh, I'm going to beat everybody up, this, that, and the other. Then all these security guys came out and basically hogtied him. And he was like crying.
Oh, yeah, he was apologizing. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
I was like, dude,
it was so funny. But after, I was like so scared to go anywhere. Because I had to go somewhere or like anywhere in general, I was scared. I'm like, oh my gosh.
What, that you're going to see something like that again?
Yeah.
Nah, I mean... I still think it's funny. Dude got what he deserved.
It was funny. I was laughing after.
Yeah.
I know. I was hecka scared though, because I had to go to the bathroom. And then we went. I'm like, what if someone jumps out and gets me?
Well, it was, for context, it was like literally in the same hallway.
Yeah.
It was like an outdoor corridor. And the guy was getting wrestled and maybe 30 feet away from where the bathrooms were at. So there was a lot of activity.
Yeah. I was scared. I was like, what if there's more of that?
Let's talk about New Year's resolutions, and then we'll tie that back to what we just started talking about. You okay with that?
Yeah.
What do you know about New Year's resolutions?
What do you mean? Like, what are they? What
Yeah,
do I think
like
they are?
Yeah, what is a New Year's resolution?
Like something you achieve in that year, like a goal you want to achieve in that year.
Okay. And what do you know about the history of a New Year's resolution? I know, random question, right? But it was something I was curious about, so I looked into it today. I did, yeah. I was curious. I was like, where does New Year's resolutions, where do they come from? Why is it a thing? And there is some interesting data out there.
I have no idea what a New Year's resolution history or background is.
So New Year's resolutions have been rumored to have started over 4,000 years ago. And they use it as a time to repay debts or to return things that were borrowed. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense now.
Right? So then as it progressed, it turned into asking favor from gods.
Oh, can
And
make
then
sense now. So
y-
it's like something to achieve.
yeah, and then it turned into like self achievements.
I could see that, like turning into that. I could imagine that.
So what do you think the top two New Year's resolutions are?
Um, because honestly, I don't really know because I'm honestly taking it off from when I was little, and all my friends how we mostly had the same answers. Because one time we did a little worksheet on our New Year's resolutions, and most of us had the same one.
Okay, what were they?
It's not very specific, but it was like to be a better person.
Let's think about New Year's resolutions in general. It's a specific goal, like you had said earlier, right? That you want to achieve by the end of the year. And whatever this is typically something that's going to make you better, right? So what do you think the most common ones are? Now this is for adults, obviously. This isn't for kids, this is for adults. What do you think they are?
Um, like for yourselves or for the world?
Definitely for ourselves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're adults and we're selfish.
Yeah, you guys are weird. Because earlier I was like for world hunger, for world to be better.
When did you say that?
Remember we had to eat the 12 grapes?
Oh, right. We did the 12 grapes. So what do you think? We'll get into the grapes too. What do you think they are? Any idea?
Maybe for like to stay wealthy if you're not to become wealthier.
Okay, so improve your financial status. What do you think the other one is?
Maybe to like eat healthier or something like that. I don't know. I got no idea.
No, so
Parents are always like, "Oh, I need to eat healthier." That's like all I hear.
it's so funny you say that. So the top two things. Number one is to improve fitness,
Oh, I was
which is
right.
like diet,
I was
exercise,
right. Oh, wow.
all that stuff.
I was really pretty close.
Number two is improve finances.
What the heck?
I swear,
Really?
you nailed them. You absolutely nailed them. After that, it says improve mental health. The next one says lose weight, but honestly, I would categorize fitness and weight in the same bucket.
Yeah, me too.
And then after that, it's
Yeah.
improve diet. But once again, it's the same thing.
What the heck? How did I
Yes.
do
I
that?
don't know, but you absolutely nailed it.
And I swear I did not read that either.
I know you didn't read this. Yeah. So okay, we did the 12 grapes. I don't know much about the 12 grapes, but last night I got a phone call from my mom, and she says, "Okay, mijo, you have to eat 12 grapes, and with every grape that you eat, you have to think of something positive that you want as an outcome for the year." So when we saw her today, she gave us grapes, and you had 12 grapes that you ate.
Yeah.
And what were some of the things that you had wished for?
For like our family, just to like stay a great family. Um, honestly, it was mostly like family and to like improve in like more things such as schools and sports. So school and sports to like become better at. For our family and for like the world.
So you had 12 things that you want to get better at
Yeah,
overall.
yeah. Like I
But did
want
you have
to
a specific New Year's resolution or
mm,
resolutions?
like mine was like to get better in sports. That was mine, and to get like good grades.
Okay, those are good.
Those are like my main ones. But my other ones were like for our family to stay great and like close. And the other main ones, to, like someone sum it up together, was like for our world to become a better world and for people in need to get what they deserve or need in life.
That is like the absolute difference of adults and kids. Is kids have such a better outlook on the world where you're saying things like world peace and end world hunger and all these things that are like absolutely positive for everybody.
Yeah.
And adults are just like, I don't want to be fat anymore and I want more money.
Oh my gosh.
Because I swear, I think almost every adult at some point in their life has had the I want to lose weight New Year's resolution.
What were yours?
My New Year's
Because you and
resolutions,
mom split it up. Because there was two bags of 12 and you guys split it up.
right? So
So what were your
your
six?
mom and I had 6 and 6. I don't remember exactly what they were, but it was very close to the same thing. It was like make sure that we stay as a tight family. I want you to continue to do well. I want Penny to do well. They're very much for us,
Mm.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
They were. But I do have specific New Year's resolutions.
Did you have any like the ones that like the top two?
Fitness and finance.
Yeah.
I would say at least finance. I would like all the effort to actually pay off, so we have a little bit of extra side money. And with that side money, we can do more things together as a family.
Yeah, I guess that's a good one.
So
It's
that
it's
was
not more selfish, it's more everyone.
yeah, it's just, it's like having a job right now that's not getting I'm not being paid for. So, I would like to get paid for that job.
Yeah.
Now, when I first started doing this, I was like, "Oh, this will be a fun project, and I'm not really concerned if I make any money or not." But if I sit down and really think about it, I do want to make some money off of it. I'm not gonna lie; it'd be nice, right?
Well, the effort you put into it, should get some money.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work. Like
Takes up most of your day.
it can, in some way, shape, or form, it can. So that was one of them. The other one was to be more open. I said it to you earlier today. What was it?
Oh, to be more open to more things and to like more fun ideas.
Yeah, just in general to have more fun and stop being so serious.
Yeah.
I think it's very easy to get caught up with all the stuff going on around us,
Yeah, like
especially as an
sometimes.
adult. And I want to be able to just have more fun and relax and goof around and enjoy our time together
That'd be
because
fun.
it goes by very fast.
What does?
Time.
Yeah, that is crazy now.
Well, see, you have some perspective now, right? Because you have your sister. She's 6 months old.
Yeah.
You remember when she first got here.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't it feel like it was yesterday sometimes?
Yeah. I remember everything.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So take that with you. I remember everything about when you first came home. I remember all of that stuff. And now you're 11 years old.
You remember that still?
I remember a lot of it. Yeah, I do. So back to the New Year's resolutions. How many people or what percentage out of 100% do you think actually reached their goal for the year?
30,
30%?
around that.
Okay, now how many people that don't reach their goal that give up, right? That tap out. When do you think they give out in? Like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 8 months?
Honestly, I don't know because for me, honestly, I make a New Year's resolution, I forget about it the next day.
Well, a lot of people do, and that's so. What do you think?
Like a month or two maybe.
Okay, so you're getting pretty good at this. So it's not 30%. 8% actually maintain their New Year resolution for the entire year.
That's sad.
Only 8% of all the people that make a New Year's resolution actually hold on to it for the entire 12 months.
That's sad.
And most give up in the second or third month of the year. There's actually a day, I can't remember what the day was, but there's a day that says New Year's resolution quitting day. It's just like a very generic term. And it's like sometime in January, February.
Really?
Yeah, where everyone's just like, yeah, you know what? We're not doing this anymore.
That's sad.
That's how it works though. And it's because it's kind of like you said, a lot of people do it. It's something to do, right? It's kind of like a once a year thing that everybody gets the opportunity to do.
I think this year I'm not gonna like forget about mine because I never quit on mine. I just forget about it. But I think this year, since I'm more determined into the thing I wanted to do before, like before the year started, I've had this commitment to get better at my sports.
You have, and I think you're getting there. We had a setback
What do you mean?
not too long ago where you and I kind of got into a conflict about it,
Oh yeah,
where I basically dragged you to practice.
yeah. But at the end of the day, I love that
It
practice.
was a great practice. Your coach gave you some great one-on-one time
Yeah.
and you learned a lot.
But I feel like ever since I started, like right when the season ended, I was so determined to like get better at basketball, and I was so focused on it.
I think you have a lot of potential to get better, not just because I'm your dad, but because I know what you can do.
Even all my coaches say that. But I feel like they have to say that though.
So let's go back to the New Year's thing, right? Why do you think people make New Year's resolutions to begin with?
To like give themselves a goal or something to like remember over the year as like a memory, or maybe like a big goal when you commit.
What a terrible memory, though, right? Like, if you know right off the bat that only 8% actually have a positive outcome of this,
Yeah.
why do you think people even do it?
Just to say they did and to say, oh yeah, my New Year's resolution is to do this, and I'm gonna try and do it, but I'm not actually gonna do it.
Do you think a lot of people realize that they're not going to do it at the very beginning?
No, or maybe
I mean, what do you think? You think people just do it to do it?
Yeah.
They feel pressured into giving a New Year's resolution.
Well, I don't think people feel pressured, but I feel like it's like an optional thing they do, but they don't actually want to do it.
Right. So it's like a everybody's doing it type thing.
Yeah. Like, oh, everyone's doing it. Might as well do it too. Sounds fun.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you anything, right? It's just
Yeah.
a thought.
Yeah.
So 62% of all people that have a New Year's resolution say that they actually feel pressured into having one.
Really?
Yeah, so that means that most of society, more than half of the people that have a New Year's resolution, don't even want to do it to begin with.
Wow.
It's pretty high, right?
Yeah. It's sad.
So that, I mean, you're guaranteed basically 62%
That you're not gonna do it.
that aren't going to do it,
How?
right? So they just do it because other people are doing it. Somebody says, "Hey, I have a New Year's resolution. It's going to be X, Y, and Z." And so they might think of something right away and just spit it back to them like, "Oh yeah, mine's going to be to lose weight, right? To go to the gym more often,
Yeah.
to save more money." But yeah, 62% of people actually don't even want to do it to begin with.
What's the point of doing it if you don't even want to do it? Like you can say, "Oh, I'm not feeling like doing it." You don't have. You're not. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's messed up.
it's another version of peer pressure even for adults.
Yeah. I'm saying it's not even bad peer pressure.
I mean, it doesn't hurt, but I guess if you don't want to do it, then like you said, why do it, right?
Yeah. What's the point of like wasting a brain cell?
Well, so maybe this is why. So the reasons that people do it is they feel like they're in more control. It gives them a fresh start, and it allows them to have more clarity going into the year.
What do you mean by clarity? Like start over?
Yeah, it gives them a vision, a goal.
Mm. My goal, I don't know, but like I knew right off the bat what my New Year's resolution was gonna be like, improving my sports. I don't know why. Just like I've been more focused on basketball. Our next topic needs to be about basketball or sports.
Oh, here, how funny! I found my notes.
Wow.
I had one more New Year's resolution that I left out.
What was it?
Actually, I have three.
Show them.
So my three New Year's resolutions that I wrote, I changed one of them. Is to stop measuring myself against others. I don't know if you do this, but I know I definitely do this. I know other adults that do this. Is we see things and we compare ourselves to whatever that is.
I always do that.
You do that?
always compare myself to people too.
Do you really?
You know that.
I know you don't like to be compared.
I always do.
I didn't know that you actually compared yourself to others.
I do.
So what's an example of something? It doesn't have to be someone, but something that you compared yourself to. Help me understand this. I want to see if we're on the same page or not.
Like sports, like um when I see someone that's like really good at sports that's like in my grade or something like that, I'm like, I could be good like them, but I'm just not. Or that they don't practice as much as I do. Or, like they don't go to practice that much, right? This is just an example. And they're like way better than me. I'm like, how? Like they don't practice and they're like so good.
Yeah, so you're automatically judging yourself, right?
Yeah.
When we do that, aren't we always on the negative side of it?
Yeah.
It's never something positive, right?
Like, oh, you just put more effort into it.
Right.
No.
We don't do that.
No.
No, we say something like, oh, how do I get better? Why are they so much better than me? How come I'm not that good?
It's nuts, yeah.
We find all these like negative things to talk about, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I am going to stop measuring myself against other people.
Mm.
And this is a big one. And I think as far as there was another one on here actually that I didn't read. I don't know what the percentage was, but another one was to improve people's mental health, which is a big topic, something I'm not really used to even reading or seeing about. But we put a lot of stress on ourselves when we compare ourselves to others.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, you hate being compared to other people.
Yeah.
Why do you hate that so much?
I don't know. I just don't like it because I like we're different. We're two different people.
Right, exactly. And it's not fair.
Yeah, like we're two different people. It's not like we share the same exact thing, so we're expected to be alike.
Right. You're different. So
Yeah.
everybody has different circumstances. We all learn things differently. We do things differently. And that's fair.
Yeah.
So, and the other part of that too is we don't know the whole story.
What do you mean by that?
So maybe the person that was better at you in basketball that one day that you don't understand was just having a good day.
Maybe.
I mean, sometimes you're just on, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't miss a shot. Sometimes your defense is strong. Sometimes there's just things that are happening because they're happening. They can't be explained. You're just on. And then if you go back to try to replicate that the next day, it's not there anymore. It's like basically just somebody having a good day.
Yeah.
And you can't really fault them for having a good day.
Yeah, you can't.
So one of the things that I compare myself to as an adult is how people manage their time and how people spend their money. Money is a very stressful topic for a lot of adults.
Not for me. I'll just spend it like crazy. Unless
Well,
it's mine.
huh?
Unless it's my money, then I'll starve.
Yeah, you will not spend a dollar of your own.
Not even for food.
I don't know. I bet you would.
Probably. Well, it depends, honestly.
But for me, I look at other people and I'm like, man, how do they have such an expensive car? Or how did that guy buy his wife such an expensive purse? Things like that, right? The reality is that we don't know if everybody can actually afford the things that they're in,
Yeah.
right? Because we have things like credit cards and loans and ways to get into debt.
Yeah.
And it's very possible for somebody to have a lot of payments.
What happens if you die and you like don't ever pay that money back?
So it depends how it's written, but let's say somebody buys a car
Okay.
and they spend $50,000 on a car. So basically, they take a loan out
Okay.
and they have somebody called a cosigner. They sign for that, saying that if person A doesn't pay it for whatever reason, then person B is responsible.
That is not fair.
So then they are responsible for that payment.
That's not fair. That's
Uh,
really not.
well, you have the option to cosign though. You don't have to do it.
Oh, okay.
So a
That's
lot of
that's fair.
people don't cosign for other people because stuff like that happens.
Especially if you know them really well.
Yeah, I mean, there's been situations where people have probably parted their friendship. People were no longer friends because of it. I can understand why.
Have you ever like had a cosign?
I've never co-signed for anybody, but I will tell you this is a very, very, very old example. So there's a movie from way back in the day. It's like a mobster movie, right? The guy was explaining to a kid, "Hey, don't worry about it, about him owing him money." And he says, it costs me say $100 to find out that I don't even need this guy in my life. So in reality, maybe it was a lot cheaper than what it would have been in the future.
Do you mean?
So for example, there was a friend of mine that I lent $100 a long time ago when we were kids.
Actually?
Yeah, this really happened. I lent him $100, and
Like
I'm
kids
like,
and teenagers or like
yeah, we were teenagers, but I'm old now, right? So it's
yeah.
now it's a kid, but yeah, we were probably like 23, 24.
Girl, you're not a teenager. You're like man.
Now it's still a kid.
You're an adult.
I was a young adult.
No, you're an adult. But
I was
okay.
a young adult. So anyways, I lent him $100, and I was like, "Hey man, don't worry about it. You're good for it." We were out. He was like, "I'll pay you back." I was like, "Cool, no big deal, right?"
Yeah.
Time passed. Okay, he never paid me back, and he would stop hanging around me. He stopped calling me. He would avoid me when we were out in public.
Really?
All because of $100. And I was thinking, wow, like this guy was willing to abandon our friendship over $100. Like he could have just said, "Hey man, I don't have the money right now. I'll work on paying you back. Oh hey, here's $20. That's all I have right now. I'll pay you the rest as I get it." Cool, no big deal, right? You're paying me back. We're friends.
Yeah.
Don't sweat it.
What if he didn't pay you back? Would you still be his friend?
He never paid me back. Like literally, that was one of the last times that we ever hung out.
Really?
Yeah, he just totally ghosted me.
What if you guys still hung out and he didn't pay you? Would you make it a big deal?
I don't not for $100. Not for $100. I mean, it wasn't even a big thing that I lent them the money for. It was just because we were out having a good time.
Mm-hmm. And he
So
paid for it? Or
yeah, I spotted him. It wasn't a big deal.
yeah.
It wasn't like anything mission critical, but yeah, I mean, it never even happened. Like the guy totally just said, "You know what? I I don't know if he was embarrassed or what it was, but we stopped becoming friends after that."
Wow. It's
Isn't that
crazy.
crazy?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that really happened. How do we get on that?
I have no idea.
You actually asked me a good question, took it there.
What was the question?
The beginning of this was to stop. I want to stop measuring myself against other people. I think it's unhealthy. I think it's unfair. I think I don't understand the full picture of what's really going on with people. And I think a lot of people do it. And I think we get into our own heads in a really negative way when we start making these comparisons because once again, we don't really understand the full picture. So it's easier for us just to live our own lives and worry about what I'm doing in my family and making myself better versus comparing myself to other people.
Yeah.
I think you could benefit by not comparing yourself to others.
Maybe I could. It's hard though, you know? Like it's hard to stop comparing yourself to people when like you've been doing it a long time, you know?
Well, you've been only look, you're only 11 years old.
That's a long time.
Well, you haven't even been doing it for the full 11.
Well, obviously.
So you have time. You can create better habits. So one of the other ones that I was talking about earlier was I wrote it down as enjoy life. By doing this, I should reduce the amount of stress in my life and not increase it. But this is tricky too, right? Because I can find myself in a situation where I'm trying to forcefully enjoy things and it's gonna stress
Really?
me out. Yeah, think about it, right? Like, oh, I have to get this done, and I have to get this done, but I have to play with my kids today, or I have to go out and do this today. And then it can actually even create stress.
Wow.
Do you see that though?
Yeah.
Because like I think the worst thing that can happen with a resolution like this or even just a goal is to make it another thing to do. Because if it's just another thing to do, then you're no longer enjoying it.
Yeah, it's like more just like a task.
Right. It's like a job now, right? It's work, it's a
Like you have
task.
to complete it.
Right. And it's not something it's not like I just want to check the box on life, right? Saying, got this done. And
Yeah.
then the last one of my things to do for my New Year's resolutions was to be present. And that's basically going back to what it was. I wrote down avoid just going through the motions.
Yeah, those kind of connect, yeah.
They connect, but they're important, right? It's an important piece of the other one.
Yeah.
So those are my 3 New Year's resolutions for this year.
Those are some good New Year resolutions.
Yeah, I hope I can make it to the 8%.
Hopefully. Because some people, like you said, don't achieve it.
Yeah, well, most people give up on it in the first couple of months. So that means I have to remind myself all the time what the resolutions are. Maybe I'll do like your homework, how I have to write the thing on top of your each assignment that you guys do every day. Don't you guys have to do that? You have to write. So, like, what was the last one that you had to write? Do you remember?
No, I do not remember that.
It's like a positive, inspirational quote type thing. Like, I can do anything.
Oh! I learned from my mistakes, I
I
think.
learn from my mistakes. Yeah,
I
that's a
think
good
so.
one, though.
I think so, at least.
I mean, you have to write it on literally every paper, though, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
So, what are you gonna do to try to remember your New Year's resolutions?
Maybe I can like put a paper by my like on my door or like tape it to the wall and be like New Year's resolution and like put like little dots, you know, like the little pointers. To, like so I know, and if I have them, I could like write them down on there.
You know what I always wanted to do?
What?
I wanted to do this when you were a kid in the summertime, and I just recently found the paper for it.
What
I
is
want
it?
I wanted to take a big piece of paper, right? And I wanted to write really big on it. Like when I say big, I want to put this giant piece of paper on the wall. Like picture like a giant scroll.
Okay.
And I want to write down things that I want to accomplish. And I want to have that and we strike them off as we go down the list.
That'd be cool.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
So, like, say in the summertime, it's like go to the water park, scratch it off the list, right? See 4 movies, scratch it off the list.
Like
Something like
before the
that.
year's over?
Yeah, so maybe we can do something like that for our New Year's resolutions,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Now, this one, our New Year's resolutions are. It's not like a task though,
Yeah, they're not like more. They're not like I need to do this. It's more of
right?
like
You can't just scratch it off the list, right?
yeah,
But I don't know. Maybe we can find something visual and fun where we can look at it and it'll remind us of the stuff that we're trying to focus on.
yeah,
So something that would remind you to, I want to do better in sports, right?
yeah.
While maintaining a good GPA, while staying on honors roll.
Mhm.
I have to throw that in there because I'm your dad, right?
Yeah.
But maybe we can do something like that. Or you can, maybe we can do it like this. Maybe we can do improve in sports, right? And then underneath that, we have like little things practice more often, do 20 minutes of this a day, something like that.
Yeah. That'd be a good idea.
And then you can kind of at least keep track of it and see if you're actually getting better or not.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
So back when you went to that basketball clinic, it was Jackie Jamello.
That's right. That's right, Jackie.
Jackie, right? It was Jackie's shooting clinic. She was a former WNBA player, and she told you guys that it takes a lot of hard work and practice.
Yeah, she did.
She said that you guys have to at least practice every day in your room, maybe something as simple as shooting the basketball in the air in bed,
Yeah.
working on form.
Yeah, we even asked her questions on, like, how she became so good.
Yeah, and she said it was a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the questions was, did you ever get tired of doing it?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Remember that?
Didn't she say I think she said, like, she did sometimes,
She did.
but she didn't wanna give up.
Right. She was like, yeah, of course. It's a lot of work. I'm tired of doing this, but I have to see it through.
Yeah.
Gotta push. We both established that we both have goals that we want for the year. Mine are personal to for our family and for myself and to reduce the amount of stress in my life. And it all encompasses all of us together. Yours is basketball. Was there anything else for you?
Basketball, our family, and then school.
Okay, so yours are
Or
pretty
sports. More sports.
yours in general for the things that you like to be better at
Yeah.
or for it to be better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, for the world to become, like, a better place to live in.
This isn't a beauty pageant. You don't have to give Miss America answers.
I'm not. That's literally what I asked. Or not
Really?
asked, but, like,
When you did the grape thing?
yeah, that's
W-
literally what I did.
We also did the suitcase thing.
Yeah, that I don't even know. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I just told me to run around with a suitcase.
We had you run around with the suitcase, and the suitcase signifies that you're gonna have more travel, right? And that's why I took you outside. Then I tried to lock you out. Remember that?
Yeah, I
And
kicked you.
yeah, you kicked me. Another crazy thing that happened last night. How much gunfire was there?
Oh my god.
Holy smokes! Right? It was like World War III outside,
I was about to go get my Nerf gun.
and start firing back.
Pew pew.
Yeah, it was wild last night though. There was a lot of I told your mom today. I was like, I didn't realize how many people had guns around here.
What made you notice?
What made me
Oh no,
notice?
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about like there might have been smoke or something.
No, it wasn't. Wasn't visible, but it was audible. You could
It's
hear it.
Stockton.
Yeah, maybe that's what. I don't know. I'm sure it's like that everywhere though. And then who knows? Like somebody can hear this podcast in a different country, different city, different state, right? Maybe they have similar experiences.
Maybe yeah.
I think gunfire is pretty common, but man, there was a lot of shooting going
Yeah,
on.
like everywhere too. It wasn't like in one direct spot. It was like literally everywhere around where we live.
Yeah, it was the wild wild west for sure.
hmm
All right, so let's do this. Let's next month, February 1st, we're going to come.
Come back and see how much we've done in our New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, so February 1st, we're gonna look back at our New Year's resolutions and see how we did.
Oh, hopefully that works. Hopefully I don't forget about mine because I feel like I am.
Yeah, so we got to figure that out, right? So is this something that you actually hold on? See, so now maybe I'm peer pressuring you.
I mean, actually,
Am I peer pressure? Is this something that you want to do?
yeah.
It is
'Cause
something that you want
now
to
that cause I was thinking about like in general, I always forget about my New Year's resolutions, but I feel like this year I'm not because how determined I've been. Besides the fact that it's been my New Year's resolution, even before I claimed it as my New Year's resolution, I've been wanting to like become better in my sports and improve. So I don't think it'll be that difficult.
So you're going to use this as a reason to reach that goal.
Yeah.
Okay, so we look at it hopefully every month for 12 months,
Wow.
right? And we help each other achieve
Yeah,
these things.
we should be like on the first podcast, like this is our second month of checking our New Year's resolution.
Or this is our second month of failures. We're not doing what we're supposed to do. Yeah, 8%, babe. That's a hard number to hit.
Yeah, it's
You think we
sad.
can do it?
Yeah,
Because here's the thing, right? We should decide right now if this is something that we want to actually do. Because if, like you said earlier, if we're not going to do it, why bother?
yeah. I think I'm gonna do it, but I honestly feel like my New Year's resolution isn't also complete ever.
What do you mean?
Like I'm never gonna be the best at basketball, so
That's true, and that's an honest thing to say.
I can't really ever complete my New Year's resolution.
True, but you can get better.
Yeah.
How
But
about
how
this?
will I know if I get better?
I'll let you know.
Okay.
Your coaches will tell you. You'll know by when you start playing your games how often, how much time you have on the court,
That's next. Oh,
shots make. You'll know by your shot percentages.
yeah.
You'll know by your drills, right, that you're doing if you're getting better at it.
But it's also next year.
Not necessarily. It'll be in camps too, though.
Yeah, I guess. But it's also more basketball and volleyball, I think. I'd
Right?
say.
And volleyball's around the corner,
Yeah.
so you'll know for that too.
I just realized how fast the year's going by right now.
quick.
New Year, it's starting in the new year.
So you just said how fast the year's going by, and it's January 1. It's the first day.
Yeah, it's January 1st. And then it's a new year. I'm halfway done with school already.
Yeah, time flies. If
I'm
you're not
about to
paying
be in
attention,
7th grade, and before you know it, I'm going to be in 8th, and before you know it, I'm in high school.
hey, we're not going down that
And
road
before
right
you know it,
now.
I'm gone. Bye, suckers.
You ain't going nowhere.
Girl, I'm not.
You better not.
I'm going to stay here. You're going to cook me breakfast in college.
I will.
Good.
I will definitely do it. Last year we talked about, I can say that now, right? Last year we talked about you having a business,
Yeah.
right? Your own jewelry,
Last year, such as 2023.
right? A few months ago.
Yeah.
And you finally found the time to start working on it,
Yeah, and I made some.
right? So do you want to add that as something to your New Year's resolution list of something that we might be able to check off?
Maybe. Because, like, I feel like, honestly, I feel like basketball is over my bracelets. Right? And not like, no, I'm not saying I'm over my bracelets, but I feel like,
It's more important.
yeah, my sports are more, or my sports and grades and family are more important than my bracelets right now. So, like, if I had to put it at a list, my bracelets would probably be last.
Mm. Is it something that you want to keep doing though?
No, yeah, I love making these bracelets. I literally love making them because I know how to do it now, and that makes it really fun. Like, at first I was struggling, like, I was stressing out because I didn't know how to make them at all. But now that I know how to make them, I feel like I'm more into it, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Because, like, I watched plenty of videos and I have plenty saved. And now I'm like, I'm ready to make this. If I struggle, I'll just go back and start over.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool because this is like a new adventure for you, right?
Yeah. Because at first I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to make bracelets. I don't want to do it. But then I feel like, oh my gosh, okay. So I have this time. Since I have my bracelet stuff.
Well, did you not want to do it because you were intimidated because you really didn't know how?
And because, like, talking to people about my bracelets, you know?
What do you mean by that? Like,
I still kind of am about the fact that I have a bracelet business. And, like,
are you embarrassed?
I'm not embarrassed of it because my other friend, he's doing that.
But are you embarrassed?
Not really.
But kind of?
Yeah.
Come on, be honest. I can see you holding back right now.
Yeah, kind of. Well, it's not embarrassed. It's not embarrassed. It's not embarrassed. It's more of the fact that, like, how I sell them now.
Well, you haven't sold anything yet.
Yeah, I know. But I feel like it's gonna be hard. Like, when I do sell stuff, I was gonna be like, how do I sell it? Or
Oh, okay. So you're not embarrassed of the fact that you have a business
no.
or that you want to sell them. You'd feel uncomfortable though selling them to your friends.
Yeah.
I get it. I don't know. Maybe once you start getting that first little paycheck of yours, you won't mind so much.
It's also hard, like, for the money.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm like, oh, can I just get it for free? I feel like they didn't say that.
Yeah, a bunch of freeloading friends.
I'm like, girl, be so for real. I'm
Be
broke.
so for real. If you're
Like-
broke, tell them. If you're broke, just say so.
I know. But we still ain't gonna get anything for free.
Hey, it's it's tough out there.
It's a crazy world we live in, girl.
Tell them you're trying to get that Disneyland money.
I'm trying to get that new
You're
phone
gonna pay-
case money.
You're trying to pay for the whole family to go. Why? Total crickets.
Trying to pay for that new phone case money.
Do you really want a new phone case already?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we didn't even talk about that.
Oh, I got a phone.
Yeah, Gigi finally got a phone.
Yeah. I'm so happy it's my baby.
This is where we'll end the podcast here. I wanted to talk about New Year's resolutions as our topics, but maybe one of the New Year's resolutions Gigi had last year was to get a phone.
No,
I know
not really.
You asked
It
for
was
it,
just
though.
a wish.
It was a huge wish for years. Gigi finally got a phone. I broke down. I got her the Apple iPhone 14, which is a big deal because I am not an iPhone user.
Sucker.
And now she has it. I was talking to a friend of mine on the phone about it,
Oh
and
my
he
gosh.
literally yelled, celebrating for her that she got an Apple.
I heard him from, like, my room.
Yeah, he was like, you did it. Probably.
He was like more rubbing it in your face, probably.
He was absolutely rubbing it in my face because I am not an iPhone fan. But she got it. She's happy. That's what matters. It's been difficult for me, for sure, and your mom with you having a phone because your brain does totally melt down sometimes when it's in your hands.
Sometimes.
It's literally in her hands right now as we're podcasting. She's just holding it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying though. Like
Well, I'm just holding it though. So let's not make a video.
just like waiting for it to blink or do something. Next podcast, we'll talk about sports. We'll recap our New Year's resolutions. We'll go over the cell phone, what it's been like for you and for me. Two
Yeah.
totally different vantage points.
Yeah.
Totally different. It's going to be like, I love it. It's amazing. I'm connected with my friends from your side. My side's going to be like, I can't stand it. I can't get your attention anymore. And
No, you can get my attention. You guys always say that, but it's usually because I have my headphones in. And then you see when I have my headphones in, still talk.
okay, first of all, you have earpods. They're not air. What are those called?
They're dupes.
What are they?
Heydays, something like that. Heydays.
Yeah, they're like but no, what are they called though? The actual ones that you want.
Oh, AirPods.
Yeah, they're like AirPods, but they're not.
They're AirPod dupes.
They're AirPod dupes.
But
And
AirPods are so good. You can track where they're at.
and you have a lot of hair that covers your ears. So no, I can't see when you have headphones in.
Just because my long, luscious, pretty hair covers my ears. It's not my fault.
So this will all be talked about on the next episode. Thanks for checking us out. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the Instagram channel. It's a meme account. We have a New Parent Again Facebook group you can check out and join for all the parents out there. And we do have the website at newparentagain.com. Check it out for new blogs and articles about what's happening in our lives.
And if you do agree that I should get AirPods, please tell my dad.
Oh boy, here we go. All right. If I get enough people to convince me or just to tell me in general that you should get AirPods and you meet some of your New Year's resolutions, we'll get you the AirPods. Deal?
Deal. And some new phone chargers. I need more. I need like one more. And we only have one Apple charger in this whole entire house.
That's because we're not an Apple house. I'll get you the charger. I'll get you the charger. So the next thing that we're gonna work towards for you is your AirPods.
Okay. Please, guys. Please. Please.
All right, well, let's see if they come through for you.
Please, people. I love you guys. Please.
We're out.
Bye.
Bye.